All right, I normally say, you know what, at the beginning of every video, but I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do with myself on what should have been a glorious night in Saints history. We had the great Drew Brees back. He led us out the tunnel. And what do? We put forth one of the most pathetic games in Who Dat history. And it started off with a bang here. And when I tell you, this was one of the worst played games I have ever seen. It really was, okay? The Saints defense, which has been unfreaking believably pathetic, made the freaking Denver Broncos look like the Mike Martz Rams. I want you to see this. Okay, Bo Nix displaying some of the worst footwork you will ever see here. Okay, throwing on his tippy toes, getting a bunch of jittery feet, could hit his check down, but he said, no, I'm going to show the absolute worst base in the history of quarterbacking with a clean pocket because, of course, the Saints are going to get any pass rush. Cam Jordan back in coverage. That looks like a great plan for a Hall of Fame pass rusher. And guess what? Bo Nix decided to throw this football right in between two open guys. One of which was his college teammate. That was this game. Watching my eyes getting ripped out. Yeah, I mean, there was so much to be made about the Clint Kubiak offense. You're in pistol here. Get a little pre-snap motion going. And then, of course, they bring a late blitzer coming off the edge. And we don't have anyone to account for him because, obviously, Foster Moreau is in motion. So this could be an alert. Once Foster Moreau gets into motion right here, you bring a blitz, okay? As you could see, the linebacker knows that he's not going to be protecting here, and then it's just a mess, right? Spencer Rattler is looking to the right where there is an overhang linebacker. It just depends on what your progressions are. If you start off looking to the left, you could throw in the direction of the blitz and gain a pretty large sum of yards, but we're looking to the right, and of course, we don't have anyone to account for Barton. Rookie quarterback, protection mistake, is it? I don't know. Just depends on how you're taught, and there is a strip right there, okay? And guess who makes the play? This is what makes it even harder for me, is that the Broncos are full of former Saints and former LSU Tigers, Quan Alexander being one of them. Oh! All right, you know, I'm actually disappointed that the flag nullified this play because once you see something like this, you literally should just pack it in. I mean, once you see this, high snap, okay, all right, he did jump off sides, all right, so I probably spooked the center for the high snap, whatever. I mean, look at this. We can't even function. We're not even functioning. Okay, we make a guy miss, run into our own guy, all right, at least you didn't Sanchez it into his butt, and, I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this? My goodness gracious. I mean, what? What is this? You got to throw it forward.
iPad. I'm sorry.
I hit my mic.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. You doing an NFL video?
Yep. No, I'm doing a cricket video. Dude, I am in the worst mood right now. All right, you're about to watch the worst rush defense ever. Demario Davis, one of the best Saints linebackers ever. This is just bad defense, okay? So Brian Brees is in this B gap. Demario Davis just judged on the pre-snap alignment. He's responsible for this A gap. This DT's in this A gap. You're responsible for the B gap. It's just typical middle school stuff. But what happens here is Brees jumps into this B gap. This DT jumps into this B gap. And both the A gaps are left open, okay? So now, Demario Davis, he runs into the opposite side A gap where the play is designed to go, which then opens up a wide open hole. This is probably the worst hole I have seen a rush defense give up all season long. But guess what? That's been the Saints all year. Untouched touchdowns with the defensive freaking head coach. Are you kidding me? Jamal Williams, his ACLs are made of paper mache, and we're making him look like freaking Jerome Bettis. So Dennis Cowardly Allen decided to call a timeout. He was getting ready to punt on 4th and inches down 13. But guess what? Somebody talk some sense into him, and we run this 4th and inches play, and guess what? We barely freaking get it. It's a really good design, play action fake. Finally, this is the best throw we had all game. A moon ball, all right? And guess what Juwan Johnson decides to do? Hey, I'm just going to think about cutting back when the first down is right here. And, well, he actually does pick up the first down. Just run. Dadgummit. I do like the Jordan 11 cleats, and he picks up the first down. Good stuff. All right, Spencer Rattler, I mean, the first game, you could see the breakdown of it down below, wasn't the absolute worst, okay? I think he really did some good things in the Tampa Bay game, but also in that game, he had Chris Olave for a series, and then obviously Rashid Shaheed. And right here, he sees that it's man coverage. There's an absolute metric F ton of pressure because the Saints' offensive line is absolutely abysmal, and Rattler sees that he should just run for it, okay? Did we get away with the holding call? You tell me, all right? Is that holding right there? Probably so. We get away with it because the refs feel like giving us some charity. I need a better angle to see if it truly was a holding. If it was Trevor Penning, it probably was. But we'll take this. Spencer Rattler runs a 5'8", 40-yard dash. Who cares? He's got all the space to run, and we pick up the first down. Obviously, I am tilting really freaking hard right now because my team probably doesn't have a plan for the future. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 at the end of half. Could have really used a momentum shifter, but my favorite player of all time, I'm not even going to get mad at him because he's provided me so much happiness. So we lose Contain right here on the blitzer, but he does have to give 1,000 yards backwards to make a miss, so at least that's something. You should still probably bring him down, all right? And Bo Nix throws against his body, sails a receiver yet again. He's pretty good at doing that. And there's not a human being on the planet that you would want in this situation that has ever played defensive back more than Tyrann Mathieu. No DB has ever had better ball skills than Tyrann Mathieu. And then this happens. This was our night. This was our night. Okay? And, you know, I will love Tyrann. I'm not even going to criticize him. Okay? Because I literally, this is why we need to fold. Right? Fold up the season, strip everything down to the studs, start building up draft picks for 2026 now. I don't know what we could do in 2025, and man, that's the sign. How many times when have you ever seen Tyrann not make a ball skill play? It's time. Yeah, I mean, this is just it. Okay, the aesthetic is absolutely amazing. I mean, these jerseys are just amazing, but you know, it is what it is. Ugh. Yeah, so White Michael Vick decides to take this to the left side, and of course, we're going to make him look like he is the best thing. Our guy getting turned to the inside, no real surprise there. Losing Contain, which opens up a wide open alley. Good to have our linebacker all the way back here, and now it's off to the races. I mean, I just don't even know what to do. Bo Nix can even trip on himself and still keep running, okay? First and goal, and then, the Saints, they're already playing for next year, body preservation mode. Alontae Taylor, who started off the year with a ton of sacks, ironically. Watch the patty cake nature of this, okay? He don't want any business tackling Javonte Williams. I mean, look at that. I mean, watch this. I mean, this is so pathetic. Oh, my God, this is so pathetic. Oh, my goodness. Great shit. I cannot believe this team. Oh, and we're wearing the absolute flyest uniforms. I freaking love these unis. Look at Alontae Taylor. Look at that. Yeah, we're just going to let him go. We're just going to let him go. Well, that's what we're going to do. I'm hurt. I'm so hurt right now. All right, here we go. It's 2nd and Chapatulas, and this is not. It's just. I mean, it'd be one thing if this is Aaron Donald. Okay, it's a 3-tech, right? You know you got to get out of your pass set quickly versus a 3-tech in a 2nd and freaking. All right, so it's a 3-tech right here. It's 2nd and freaking Ponchatoula here. You've got to get out of your stance, all right? 67, no business being a professional football player. It's just, let's just fold. Let's just fold. God, dog. Helmet slams on the turf. It's just we're not a professional football team right now. We're not. I mean, we don't even belong in the NFL. Right? I don't know if we belong in the CFL. I don't know if we belong in the AFL. I don't even know if these games should even be played on national TV or Prime or whatever. I mean, put us on the Ocho. All right, so this play perfectly sells the night, right? This is just what happens when you don't get rid of the worst coach I think I have ever seen in the NFL. And this is what happens when you keep the same front office around, a front office that's made bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Our whole roster's hurt, and you have a linebacker walking in right now, 40 yards out. He's walking into the end zone. Walking, which you would actually think this was our defense guarding this play because of all the walk-in touchdowns we have allowed. I want to drink a lot of bourbon mixed with bleach, mixed with erupting volcano lava, I mixed with electric eels. It's. Let's end on a good note because I'm a positive person. At least Foster Moreau's hustling. All right, at least this was cool. There's only so much I could take. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm done. I'm done. Love you, Drew. It is. I'm not even going to do the sign off. It's done. We're cooked. We're so cooked.